information on the storm. Our meteorologist Tom Sater joins us now with the latest. So this could very well strengthen to a hurricane, and new advisories just in. What's the latest?
Well, the latest is, just moments ago, they have dropped the warnings for South Florida, Anderson, which is good news, which means the system is moving northward now. The center is about 95 miles just to the west of Fort Myers, which has been inundated with heavy rainfall. The pressure's been dropping, which means it's getting stronger, and the winds have kicked up from 50 miles per hour to 60. It needs to get to 74 to be declared a hurricane. The question is, how much time and space does it have to generate that strength? And it does look like it has this. It's moving at a pretty good clip, and you can see where the warnings are from near New Orleans, just to the east, all the way over to the border of Florida and Alabama. So as this system approaches, we're still looking at a landfall roughly 10 or 11 p.m. tomorrow night as a Category 1 hurricane.
And what about the possibility of storm surge?
Well, the storm surge is probably the biggest threat with this because it's such a vulnerable area. But we may have an area of 3 to 5 feet. Now, that's significant. Now, it does not include downtown New Orleans where there are voluntary evacuations, but it does include areas of Gulfport, Biloxi, Bay St. Louis could be a problem, all the way over to Pascagoula with 3 to 5 feet. But don't forget about the parishes of Louisiana. It does not take much to inundate them. So even like around Plaquemine Parish, 2 to 4 could be a problem. And the inundation map in areas of yellow really show what could be a problem, more from around Slidell, and that would be eastward toward Pascagoula once again.
And so when is it expected to make landfall in the Gulf Coast?
Yeah, I think around 10 or 11. Now, give or take an hour. This thing's been moving fast, about 17 miles per hour, and that's actually a good thing.
You're talking about tomorrow night, obviously.
Tomorrow night,
right.
Yes. Thank you for making that clarification. But the tropical storm force winds are broad enough that we could have some other threats, and obviously that could be, not just power outages, down trees and things of that nature, but because it is moving faster, we should keep the rain totals down just a little bit, Anderson.
I also saw some reporting about the possibility of a few isolated tornadoes.
Yeah, good question. I want to make sure everyone understands. The strength and magnitude, it doesn't have to be a Category 3 or 4. I mean, tropical depressions spawn tornadoes, and it's not just a landfall, it's these outer bands. I think we could have tornadoes from the panhandle of Florida, southern Georgia is possible, south central areas of Alabama, Mississippi, maybe even up towards Arkansas. Again, it doesn't have to be a large storm, but again, those feeder bands and the instability in the atmosphere are definitely with this storm. It's the first one to really affect the lower 48 this year, so everyone's heart gets pumped up a little bit, and this is a little surprise. It wasn't even declared a tropical depression. It went right to tropical storm status